Alright people, we are live. Hello and welcome to the Pinkfair. Today we are playing some Space Engineers. Just gonna keep that chat there so I can see it. Anywho, welcome back people to Space Engineers. I'm not quite sure what we're going to be doing today because I've already built a bunch of stuff. Wish I could just like show you in the workshop, but I have to place it. Like for instance, the station, I finished it and called it a replenishment station. Oh well. I'll give you a little tour around it. Alright, so here we have the front of the station. There are 4 beam weapons on the front that are just static and shoot straight forward, large energy blasts. And we have 4 plasma-based turrets on the front to defend from any enemy ships. There's a connector for ships to dock with, and then we have here the port where you get in. Now it's a bit complicated, I'll show you. You have to do this in order to get in, and then you break it out like so. That's what the lights are for. There is no gravity, that's not a problem. We do have doors here that lead here, and all other doors that lead into here, which is where you resupply as a person. And the other side is basically a copy-paste, but just next to the batteries, just to see that they're there. And then you have a hallway that leads down to here where there is conveyor belts which attach to cargo containers where you can access everything and transfer all the materials you need to. Anywho, that's the station. Get rid of that because I'm not working on it anymore. Just thought I'd show you what I did after the last stream, because I didn't get to finish it on stream. Anyway, the next shift that I did later was this. I took an old ship of mine and I upgraded it. So we now have these new beam weapons on here. Like I said before, they shoot a lance of energy forward. Then we have 2 XP1 plasma turrets, one on top, one on bottom. And as well, it's been upgraded to have a jump drive, which is extremely helpful. The engine pods have remained mostly untouched, just some aesthetic improvement. Now, on the original Quattro, there was no rear engine pod, but on the second one there was. I opted to keep the original design for this one because it was based on like literally the original chassis for it. So I decided not to change too many major components, but shields were made stronger, more reactors were added for power, and yeah, that's it. I fixed the windows, I added the sliding doors. When you're in this view, you can aim your cannons. And then, I guess on this version I haven't done the door thing, but you can add sliding door things third thing that I did today was I made the Leonidas Mark II. Now, if you've been around here for a while, in some of my original Space Engineer streams, I made the Leonidas Mark I. It isn't called the Mark I, but it's the Leonidas. It originally was a fighter platform, like a fighter platform thing. It used to have platforms just off the engine pods. But today, I made a Mark II and decided that those platforms were useless, and so were the connectors attached to it. So I moved all of the reactor components and everything that it needs to move to the back here. There was no pod back here originally. It was just everything was put on the top part. Now, to make it more compatible with more recent stations, I have added a connector to the front of it, and everything on this ship is interconnected. So you can essentially be in here and control where everything is being moved to. It's a really cool ship. I did add these, like I armored the engine pods and armored the bottom. I can bring out the original just to show you a comparison. This is the original Leonidas. Like I said, it had these little landing platforms. Now on later versions of it, such as the Pillage Orbital Outpost, I had little thingies that would come out with connectors on them. It never worked, unfortunately, so it was sort of a useless addition. But originally, the cockpit was on the front and the two engines were right beside it. I did change that for this design. I moved the engines to the outer pods and opted to have a connector in the front and added these lance beam weapons as demonstrated earlier, as well as these turrets, and added a real control area. So basically what you do is there's gravity on the ship. You open this door, you close it, and you go into the cockpit via so then anyway, that's Leonidas. I'll go back under the original again. In here, you can't see it, but all of the reactors and such are basically inside here, beside all of these, which is a little bit of a danger. So I decided to move everything into an armored pod. Basically, control area is where the jump drive used to be, and the beacon was removed and replaced by an antenna. Anywho, that's Leonidas Mark II, and I hope you like these and consider downloading them on Workshop if you have Space Engineers, that is. I'm pretty sure that this one here can be used in survival because I actually included everything that is needed for it this time. The only thing is that the turrets are not connected to the conveyors, so you would have to replenish ammunition in another way. But other than that, it's completely and totally survival-ready ship, as it has O2H2 generators in the back, which also replenish these big hydrogen pods, which I realized that the model I based it off of runs out of fuel quite quickly because when I originally posted it, there was very little fuel in it. And it really, the original chip was a recovered one from, because on this computer actually, I had lost the original hard drive because it wouldn't boot anymore, and it had a bunch of ships on here that I never posted to the workshop that I was quite proud of, but it's not what matters. Today we got some really cool ships, so I'm hoping to build another one today because I feel the creative juices flowing, and I hope we can do this. So first I need to find out what kind of ship I should be making. So, have a cannon port. That was never really a good base. Actually, I want to see the hull. I haven't seen it for a while. Can't remember if I built this one on stream or not. Okay, that's the rear end of the ship. Yeah, I get it. Anyway, this one's a big cargo ship. I don't remember how exactly this one was. And again, this one was designed with, at the same time as a big station. Because lately what I've been doing is I've been going through old designs and upgrading them to modern standards. So I'm going to look through some of this list and see if any of it could use some updating. That would also fit in lore, that is. I wonder if we could do that. I'm gonna rebuild you. That's gonna be the actual hard part. Because I have no idea how to build a triangle. Never have. Battery ram. This was the original flagship to the fleet. It was back when I couldn't design anything worth a while. Is that an O2 generator? It is. Very interesting. Considering at the time, I believe it was just oxygen generator. Very curious. Like, I'm wondering if I could change the engine pod design. Maybe two secondary triangle pods might be interesting. I want to have this sort of like, maybe I'll actually give it a real battering ram at the front, so it'll come down in sort of a pyramid fashion, but it goes only in 3 directions instead of 4 with the base. So it'll be a triangular base pyramid. That could be interesting. I think I'll do that. And the first step towards updating everything is destroying everything. So let's get to it. By the way, if you're here, feel free to have a chat with me, leave a like, do whatever, just as long as we're having fun. I don't have anything in the middle yet. Yep. Perfect, there we go. Gotta make sure that symmetry mode is on. fairly old. Like, it's one of my first. Like, I honestly thought it was a mega ship when I made it. So little did I know that I'd make things like a great sword. First, it may look fairly bulky, but I am accepting of that because this original ship was made with the intention of it being bulky. Let's get thrusters in. Now, I do sometimes only do function before aesthetics. I mostly usually do aesthetics and then function, but today is an exception to that rule. Definitely not going to keep these huge thrusters in front. I'll delete. Thinking that central structure is going to be an O2 H2 generator, like one big one. Because I know in the back we have reactors and gyros. I'm also going to get rid of these big engines. It's really hard to work. Wow, I did not know how to place shields yet. I think I'm gonna get rid of these two. We'll worry about that when we're done with the engine box. These are big and unfortunately flimsy right now, but they will be fixed. I will make it look cool. Probably fit in better with Leonidas after this. I treat my ships a bit like the way Star Wars does, and that they're completely modifiable and will never ever look the same as the next. Like, in terms of eras. Oh, you own this on Steam, Hunter. Maybe you should come and join it. That way we can actually be screwing around on Space Engineers. Let's play. Place. This is where it's going to get tricky. Well, alrighty then. Have you joined my Discord at all? I don't know if I ever gave you an invitation. let me just quickly invite you to my Discord. There. You've been invited. Beauty, there we go. Those are the engine pods, temporarily. I'm gonna work on a conveyor system now. Worried about O2H2 good interconnected system. That's good. I'll be right back. I just got to grab my supper, and then it'll be all good. Alright, well, I'm back. Just had to grab supper. Right. Now that we've got the conveyor set up, we should go inside and look at the O2H2 generator that's there and see if we can work with it or not. looks like it's a little bit complicated. So I'm actually gonna refine this interior a bit while we're here. So, go to. Go! You have signed the. That is divorce date. Fun. Well, that's all we've got for in terms of space for O2H2 generators. That's okay, because then we'll get to cargo and other things. Righto. God, this is really high. I'm actually going to cover up everything to make it look nicer. Seriously? Okay, there we go. Sure, we can do that. I'll be right with you. Oops. There's a chat in Pinkfair Friendship Hub called Voiced Friendship Hub. Join that.
Well.
Hello there.
First time I have talked to you.
Really?
I am very tired.
That is quite understandable.
Knowing that I had to climb onto the top of my roof to help get down something that my brother threw up there, and having a fear of heights isn't the best.
I can see the difficulties with that.
Because what we had to do is we had to go through my mom's window, which is at the very top of the house. So it's not the most fun thing.
Boy.
I was really tempted to use like a lot of because I get social security benefits because ADHD and all that. So that's fun. And I was really tempted to use it on getting a new computer, but I was like, nah, I can't do that.
You could, but would the government appreciate that?
Well, I mainly didn't want to do that because my dad needs the money the most since he needs to pay off the house. I don't want to be a dick and not give it to him.
Yeah.
Basically, I gave him at least $500 or $600 in rent, basically.
Makes sense.
If this update for space or reinstallation of space engineers actually takes 6 hours, I might punch something. Because it says it's gonna take 6 hours.
It wouldn't surprise me in the slightest.
It's now at 2 hours, so we're getting there.
Getting there, yes, but still wouldn't surprise me if it took 6.
Yeah, I'm waiting for it because I'm gonna buy the pre-order for this on Xbox. It comes out pretty soon, actually, and I really want to try it out.
I want to as well, but I'm still not quite sure if I want to buy it or not.
Well, the pre-order is only $20, so it's not that much, but that's up to you.
I've just been taking a bunch of old ships today and updating them.
Pretty cute. I stopped watching the live stream just in case it decided to bring in feedback. Because you never know.
Right? Some actual light. That's good. Cargo containers.
And I'm concerned because I don't know if I'm having, like, it's not like a bad thing, but I genuinely think I might be having some sort of reaction to the not tiles, the shingles of the roof. Because the bottom of my hands are red and it hurts. So I'm concerned.
Okay.
So I don't think that's supposed to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not trying to.
At least you're not shingle-handedly responsible.
Oh, my nose. Oh, it comes out actually pretty soon. Jeez. It's April 6th. It comes out in like 5 days. Yeah, 5 days. The beta? Question mark? Oh, no, actually, if I were to pre-order it now, I would actually get it early. Because you get it 4 days earlier before release and get priority access to the closed beta in March 2020. Although it's April, so. And you also get 3 premium skins. Oof. Oh my nose, I have been the most stuffed up person. Oh boy. Blazing just recording. So
Was Blazin doing something right now?
it just sent a message about it. I'm confused. It said he uploaded a video.
It means he's live. He's live at the same time I am.
Short stream homework, then short stream again. There we go. It was very hard for me to say.
I could tell. I want to steal Blaze's viewers.
I could say something about it like, hey, Pink's streaming. You should watch his stream instead.
Nah, I respect
I'm
Blazin
kidding.
too much. I'll
Yeah,
occasionally plug myself, but other than
yeah. What I don't like is that my computer is being stupid. Every time I see Blaze and see a giant fish shadow, I'm like, boy. Come on, Blazing. Did it! Got an oarfish.
that. Oh, that's mine. That is a hero.
I'll tell him it's here. I'm kidding. Do you want me to? Cause I will.
Nah. I would tell him myself, but I'm busy streaming.
Right. You want me to tell him you said hi? Voice crack.
Yes, yes. Tell him I said hi.
I like how one of the tags is Nook the Crook.
Yep.
He says hi back, by the way.
Okay.
Do you want me to tell him you would join, but you're also streaming?
That, I could probably say that.
Okay, I was just asking.
I'm gonna just pop in real quick on his stream and then continue doing mine.
Oof. Oh God.
The stream
Oh, my
earlier for
back.
some people. If anyone joined.
See, what I'm comfortable with is going onto the roof that's above the garage because it's not as high.
Stream to an hour, just so I
But
don't.
it's just the very high
Star
roof that
fragment
I don't
here.
like.
No more star fragments there, but there is big fish, oh, tiny fish there. Nook Miles, give me that pop balloon. Give me that pop balloon.
I know a
balloon.
lot of people are worried about the
Waterflowers.
pandemic,
Yeah.
but I really want to see if I can maybe get my
Here
friend
to
to
leave a
come over.
like, say hi, and mention that I am streaming to have fun.
Because we
Okay.
both know we
So,
haven't been
thank you, Pink.
around
Have fun
anybody
with your stream.
who's got
Have
the
fun with your stream.
virus.
Let me just click that. There we go. Okay.
So I don't know what to do. Yeah, I was trying to find one of your old videos so I could hear what you sounded like a while back, and I did, and you sounded much deeper in that video than you do now.
It depends on how I'm feeling and what time it is.
Makes sense.
It's one thing I don't appreciate about my voice. Then again, I do voice acting, so it changes often.
Not surprised. Yeah, well, me and my friends, once we get out of school, are planning to start making video games. So if you ever want to voice act, just hit me up. Or I'll
Well-
hit you up.
Next year, I'm going to college for game development anyway.
Do you want to help with making games? Because I'd let you join us if you wanted to.
All depends on what the future holds for me, right?
Yeah. Because we already have like 4 games, that we're gonna make after a while. Decided. Like we have Google Slides for like 4 of the games. Like 2 of them are not finished though.
It's cool nonetheless.
One of the games that's gonna be based off of a book. Me and my friends are working together to.
Make sure you don't run into licensing issues.
Yeah. Oh, jeez, I'm sorry. Just not expecting that big of a burp to come out. Oh, dude, I gotta sneeze. I don't want to, though.
Sneeze.
Ah! I would ask if you want me to read the world building we have for the book, but it's like 6 pages worth, so I don't know if you want to sit through that.
Well, you can read it to me. No guarantees I'm listening, but you can read it.
Wait, can we see? I want to see some. Oh, that's cool. One of the people who I'm working with, I have a feeling I know who did it, but they added a link in the title of the book to get story, which we started working on and also redid. Okay. Time to go through this and hopefully not mess up. Okay. The book is called The Lost Ship. The current date of the book, in the book, is the 10th, sorry, of January, 2053. My nose. And the characters, main characters, that is, are my character, Joshua Matson, who is the captain. Male, obviously. 25. Same birthday as me, but in a different year. 2/8 to 2028. I thought that was really funny that it was 2028. I didn't realize it at first when I did it. Values loyalty, honesty, independence. Character has a son who is not on the ship. Wife and friends with my friend Chris's character Trevor. Starting a new life after his time in the military. Flaws, over-dedicated. Born in Battle Creek, Michigan. Grew up in the new United Federation. Oh, by the way, this takes place in space.
That's cool.
So, on to my other friend's character, Anis Dekram. I can't remember how to pronounce the first name. Female, 22, 10, 18, 20, 31. Values kindness, honesty, courage, no family, close friends with Trevor, have a fresh start and start new, has a tendency, has a tendency to ignore her own problems, grew up in Drug Mars, which is a colony on Mars, if you didn't guess that. Went to medical school to become a medic in the Battle of Orlig, but the battle ended before she graduated. Uh, Dolor Guido. Oh boy. This is the fun one. 7 because he was born on February 29th,
Oh, Insomnia
2024.
Flower joined the stream. Hello, Insomnia.
Question, can he hear me? I
Yes.
just want
They probably can.
news. Trying to find. I feel like I passed your name already, but I don't think I did. Pink. There you are. Screwing around in space engineers. I just don't know how well it's gonna run on Xbox. That's one of my biggest worries.
I think it'll run fairly well. It's not a graphically intensive game.
True.
It's,
I just it's still just concerning because you never know.
It would be more like the collisions and explosions I'd be worried about, but
Oh god, I just heard myself echo on the stream. Oh god.
oh no.
Oh no.
Add some aesthetics to this. I think Insomnia left.
There's 2 people watching.
One of them includes me in the studio.
Oh, okay. So that's just me and you then. It's so weird hearing my voice. Because I technically hear it 3 times. Because I hear it through a little bit of an echo off of your mic. And I also hear it through the... So it keeps getting to me. Okay, back to the book. Lives off male. Lives off nothing but coffee grounds and coffee beans. He's 58% coffee. Values curiosity, progression of science. Goals advance the world of science. Annoy everybody. Flaws legit doesn't care much about other people. Born real snarky and sarcastic. And also, one of the flaws is born, if you didn't get that.
Okay.
I don't know. He was also born on Mercury. listen to myself on stream, and it really is. It's weird. Trevor Descal, lead engineer, male, 21. I literally had to convince Chris, who's the one who made Trevor. I was like, dude, if you're gonna be an alcoholic, you cannot be like 19.
Why not?
Well, the reason he may be Russian, his character may be Russian, but the reason I said that is because all of the other characters are much older than 19. Maybe not by much, but still. I didn't want him, and he's also the lead engineer, so that'd be pretty weird if he was a 19-year-old. If you see what I'm trying to get at here.
I can. Yeah.
He was born on the first. I think he did his birthday as well. 1/23/2032. Okay, I'm gonna eat stream so I don't hear myself more than once. Man, a few words. Usually, kind of an alcoholic. Values: hard work, loyalty, honest work. Close friends with Annis. By the way, the person who made Annis is my other friend Peter. He's a pretty cool guy. He's our dungeon master for D&D. So that's always fun. All I hear is ding, 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 ding.
Yeah.
It's great. I really do like the side thruster things. Pretty good. It's just very triangular. Yeah.
Yeah, the original ship didn't have pods like this, and it doesn't fit into the aesthetic of my, what I call the Pinkfair cinematic universe.
The Pinkfair cinematic. That's great, dude. My new cinematic universe. Recently reinstalled OBS.
That I've got.
So, what would be a good like thing to record Xbox and all that?
Okay, so I found a very like efficient but inefficient way of doing it. So if you don't have a capture card, what you can do is you can use Airstream. So what it does is it broadcasts your Mixer live feed to YouTube if you want to do that.
God, I can just imagine my internet now just barfing all over itself. Oh, I want to try that, but I don't know how that's gonna work.
I don't know.
I'm just gonna wait until I can afford a new PC. Wait, quick question. What is that red line that shows up whenever you're building?
Symmetry.
Do you have to turn that on, or is that like a...
So you have to turn it on. You press M, and you can place it anywhere, and then you can constantly press M to get the different angles.
Stream froze for me. Oh, you stopped moving. That's why. I was scared. I was like, wait. Yeah, I keep going behind in seconds because I'm currently updating. I keep meaning to say installing So sorry if I'm lagging.
Your Discord doesn't seem to be.
Okay. By the way, if I start playing that, by the way, oh god, I am gonna lag. I will try my best. I've been wanting to play it with someone too, so it'd be really fun to do that. Dude, I'm never gonna forget the day I heard Pinkfair Cinematic Universe, dude. It's gonna be my favorite
Yeah.
thing from now on.
You would love to know the faction names in it.
Oh boy.
So I have the Rising Empire, because it used to be the Rising Star Cinematic Universe, but then I had a sort of brand change.
Ooh.
Anyway, there's the Rising Empire. There's Rising Co, which is a precursor to it.
Oh.
There's the Big Muffin Empire, because a friend of mine was helping me with this universe.
I just have to get back into it, and I'm not gonna remember any of the controls for like building. I can try my best though. I would love to help. It looks like a giant ramrod.
Well, the ship is
Just
called the
gonna-
Battering Ram.
Oh god. Oh god, I just saw the name.
Yeah.
Okay, actually, it's gonna be really important once I get, into thing more. Very focused on work most time. Oh, wait, goals, become a respected engineer. Flaws, very focused on work most times. Keep to himself unless you get him a drink. My friend Chris for you. Born in Moscow. Basically, Russia took over most of Asia,
Really?
which I'll get into later.
Putin
Grew up in drug bars. He went crazy. I'm German now, but you know. he just went crazy. We don't know what happened. The German. This is when Putin takes over everything to the east of them. I could just imagine that. Imagine the fear. Especially China, for that matter. Oh boy, this is gonna be fun. I think we were gonna change the name. But the CEO of the UFCC, which is the United Federation Cargo Corporation, it's a very tongue-twistery name. I'm sorry.
What's the name?
UFCC, United Federation Cargo Corporation. Oh. But the CEO of it is, well, the head of it. I don't know if that's supposed to be a really bad, sex joke. I don't know. But his name is Richard Dick Butts. This is my this is just the entirety of my friend group, basically. We got Jen and John, not Jen. Engine Man Craze. Engine Room Engineer. Frederick Frisky DQ. I don't want to know why his nickname is that. Weapon Maintenance Officer, Dr. F. Kinsley, Secondary Laboratory Officer, Dr. Sean Waven, Head Surgeon / Doctor, Elena Matson, the wife of my character, the female wife of male husband, Joshua Matson, head of the Bioagriculture Department, Smith, the janitor. Nobody knows his first name. Nobody knows who hired him. He came, in quotes, with the ship. Might be an elder god. We don't know. But that's Smith. We don't question Smith. Okay, major events. Getting into the fun parts now. Oh boy, this. Just wait until I get to the comments on the side. The absolute declination, the period right before the War of Absolutes, where everything just started going downhill and nothing could be done to stop it from happening. No one knows who truly started it, but it is said that it was just because of certain countries' political figures. War of Absolutes, an all-out war, caused many nations to collapse and reform, i.e., the United Federation, which is the northern part of America and Canada, and the United Union of Europe. A name I came up with, and I do not know how to feel about it. I might make that. Basically, Europe reformed because the Queen has died. You know, it's been a long time, so. Post-war era is attempting to expand under the guise of human cooperation. Certain parts of Earth uninhabitable. Yeah. Majority of the French were forcibly banished to the moon, and now we go to the comments. What, Matson? What did you do, Guido? Guido, I wanted to see how the crew members would act if a fire started. So you set fire to the cafeteria? That makes as much sense as the UUE forcing the French to go to the moon. And yet, both things happened. And then, adding on to that, if you keep this up, I'll fire you, like I did to the cafeteria. Chaos ensues. Oof. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that goes on there was a lot of stuff going on when we made the world building. Knowing that there's 6 pages, and we're currently on page 3. Okay. I also added a thing that says punches Guido in the face, clean this up now, and there hasn't been anything since. The Battle of Orlik, Joshua Madsen was present, was fought for a large source of adaphasium, which is a new element we came up with. A compound necessary for starship engines is considered a total failure to the defenders/finders of the source. Madsen was a part of the larger invading fleet. Yeah. You can tell I'm having a very hard time trying to read this. I hope I'm not getting too annoying from reading all this. Even after the claiming of the large source, adaphasium is still fairly scarce. Oh boy, the engine virus. There is no the, I just decided to add it onto there. Prolonged exposure and the unsafe handling of adaphasium causes a person to become seriously ill. The threat of death. For 2 years, the engine virus was rampant through the Sol system, or solar system, which is our system. Until improved handling regulations were put in place, the cause of the illness is believed to be a biological reaction to the compound and not an actual virus. The name just cut on. The name was coined because people who worked on building starship engines would often fall ill with it. And then Exodus, the name of the start of the mass expansion, the point in which the story takes place. Oh boy, the ship details. 4 Type 28 quad laser cannons, and yes, this is a cargo ship. Don't ask. We're probably gonna redo the defenses on it. A V8 hyperdrive, which runs on V8. That's just a joke between. Sounds like that, but it's really just a joke me and my friends came up with. Uh, Z12 iron diffuser engine, 30 plasma fuel cell capacity, R45 oxygen regulator, N36 nav computer, CAD, which I came up with, computerized assistant database. Uh, the the outline of the ship is a D-class XG 1600 freighter with demurium outline, copperish color. Two Y32 ion pulse cannons, which was actually an idea from a person who wasn't even working on the book. uh, 4 YZ 1900 helium-3 pulse field generators, because we didn't actually have any power on the ship. And then I made actual shield generators, which are two Type 80 plasma shield generators. And the name of the ship is the UFCC Eccentric. Boy, home planet, which is Earth.
Welcome
Uh,
to Earth.
Earth. The United Union of Europe, the Queen is dead by this point, so they reformed Europe, and then my friend came out of nowhere and said, "Long live the Queen," in all caps. Then we have the renamed Africa 2 Electric Boogaloo.
Okay.
I don't know how to feel either. New United Federation includes Canada. Miragel, or Gel, I think it's Gel. A nation in Antarctica. United Southerns, South and Central America, along with parts of what used to be the southern U.S. Moscow, Asia, has fallen under the rule of Russia. Man, Putin's been going to work, man.
Yep.
The Sunken Isles, Australia, and the surrounding islands have been affected to the point where they are completely flooded every few days. Environment details. The Earth is in a state of regeneration, in quotes, after all people decide to come together to stop global warming and let life come back slowly. The desolate strip, very wide horizontal strip, what used to be the U.S. that now separates the United Southerns and the new United Federation, is home to a nomadic tribe called Rapandi. I can't remember. I don't actually know how to pronounce it correctly. I think it's Rapayandi. I think I have to ask whoever did that. The Middle East is just war-torn wasteland because no one decided to continue living in the deserts of desolation. It originally said no one decided to continue living in the effing deserts, but I got rid of that because if some teacher saw that, I would have gotten in trouble.
I see.
Cultural details. We don't really have that much for Europe, but produces of very high quality starships, though not many. The new United Federation, ice hockey and football are the national sports. And by football, it's a mix of football and soccer. I don't know yet either, so don't ask me.
Welcome, Torpid. How's it going?
Uh, what else? Canada and northern United States have combined Miragel in areas where somehow plant life is possible. This is the only place where a special plant fiber, Arctic vine root, can grow, which is used to make Cantera. Cultural tribalism. Very proud of their home and very territorial. Yeah. United Southerns, the main language is an altered version of Spanish language, but of the Spanish language. But English is still mainly used by people that have a hard time learning Spanish. The Amazon is now barren plains where most of the nation's food is grown. Madagascar is extremely varied in climate and racial traits. Infighting is common. The Sunken Isles inhabitants have specially adapted to a semi-aquatic lifestyle. The main source of food includes rice and other foods that can grow in semi-aquatic environments. And oh boy, the fun part, other planetary colonies. Artemis, the first interplanetary colony located on Earth's moon. Oh, by the way, you're gonna hear me say French in a very weird way. The first interplanetary colony. The launching point of most Earth-made ships functions as a trading point for Earth, run by the French. The spoken language is French and English. Okay, I won't say French like that ever again. You don't have to worry. Francais. Dragmar's Martian colony, the primary exporter of starships in the solar system. Originally a mining colony, economy is still majoritively dependent on mining, though. The common language that is spoken is known as Enki, a muddled combination of Russian and English, or just Martian to Earth. And the NUF trade stations. Or enough trade stations. Like, I've had enough of you. I'm kidding. Technically a colony, but located in stations outside of our solar systems. Generally small population. People are shipped in and out and typically don't have permanent residence. Starships can produce more in-depth repairs, fuels, and supplies. The Mercury Project, which is one of my favorite things that I've made in world building. Mercury Project, a mini colony that has made Mercury an habitable, not inhabitable, in some places, but is mainly used for sending power to the rest of the solar system. Mainly only scientists and engineers live there. It is also there to detect solar anomalies, black holes, unauthorized warps, some wormholes, extreme solar events created by the sun. The list continues for a long time, so that's what I wrote and just decided to continue it. And then you have Wyoming. Was found in deep space. Might not exist. Home of the local Eldritch Abomination / Handyman Smith. And another one of my favorites that I didn't make, though. International Kuiper Belt Union, a fairly new series of colonies spread through the Kuiper Belt to obtain the many resources within it. It is agreed by the nations of Earth to have no claim over any part of the Kuiper Belt for the interest of humanity. I just thought it was interesting. Oh boy, this is going to be fun to pronounce. Other details, and since most of the French are not on Earth, they are counted as aliens. La colonie de la lune française. That was actually French, by the way. I don't know how bad that was, but...
I know. It is the colony of the French.
Well, the moon... the lunar French colony. It's not what it actually says, but...
La colonie de la Française Lune.
Well, how it comes out and translate is La colonie de la lune française. So, the French moon colony. That's what it comes out to. And then metals, because we have no other alien. Speaking of which, just a question. This is just a random question.
Yes.
Do you think we're the only people in the universe?
Not at all.
Because you gotta think about it. If there's people and animals on Earth, there's gotta be another place that's at least kind of like us. I just don't know. It's very confusing. How long did it take you to make that ship, by the way? It's really interesting.
Well, I mean, honestly, this one has been, like, the upgrading of it is taking me this entire stream, but the initial build of it probably took me about 2 to 3 hours.
Jeez. You went sicko mode, my guy.
Oh, I could show you something that took me days.
Oh boy. I kinda wanna see it.
It will lag a bit. Actually, I want to save the game before, just in case it crashes. It's gonna take a hot minute.
Oh boy. Dude, I really do like that. The battering ram. Very nice design. The reason I muted my mic is because I was eating chips. I didn't want you to hear me chomp.
You didn't want me to hear crunching in my crunch time.
Crunch, crunch. Oh god. Oh god. I've read the name of it.
Yeah.
I'm
My brother
scared.
asked for a sword-shaped ship that couldn't be beat, and I obliged.
I'm scared. All I see is the screen for it, so I don't know if you actually pressed it on it.
Oh, I've double-clicked already.
Oh boy.
It takes a long time.
Excuse me? I can't sign into Xbox? Oh, thank god. I just had to re-click it. Oh boy. I feel bad for your computer.
Yeah, my gracefully aging computer.
See, I have a Windows 10 Surface, so I have a hard time playing that game as it is.
A Surface?
Yeah, it can play the game though, which is confusing. I'm confused. Oh, hey, your mouse is moving.
Yeah, that's because I double-clicked again. Then I copied the clipboard to see if that would do it any faster.
I'm very scared. I'm about to. I can just imagine this spawning in, and it is in the battering ram.
Well,
And that spawned a ship inside of a ship before.
you actually can't do it anymore. Okay, there we go. Yes.
Oh, you used to be able to do that?
Yeah, but you can't anymore.
That's a good thing, I'm guessing.
Yeah, it's a good thing, because if this went into that, it would be a problem.
Unless you deliberately flew it into the battering ram.
So you
I
can
feel-
see.
I can't actually see. The screen is frozen.
Yeah, but it's just a...
Oh boy. Pasted ship. Oh god. Oh god. It's loading. The bottom. I guess, well, since we're at the very bottom of the world building, I guess I'll finish off with the metals Cantera.
There it is.
Oh god.
I dare not get close to it, otherwise I'm going to lose frames like they are candy.
Wait, your brother asked for that, right?
Yep.
Was he ever able to fly it?
Well, let's just say his computer has a 1080, so yeah.
Oh, I can just imagine that. Imagine that thing with hyperdrive going towards a planet.
I've done that.
God, you did?
Yeah. I jumped
Jeez.
it as close to a planet as I could, and then I flew, and, well, basically, it goes all the way from space to the ground.
Oh god.
So you can imagine that the game exploded as soon as it touched said ground.
Just ding.
Yeah, it destroyed. Space Engineers has crashed. Anyway, I'm gonna get rid of that before.
Yeah,
Yeah.
please save yourself. I don't want you dying.
There.
Oh, dude, I could just imagine, like, that's just sitting out in space, and, like, your brother's computer crashes while he's flying it, and it's coming right towards where you are. Oh, God, I could just imagine the terror that would cause.
It's quite terrifying.
Just
I made a
imagine it
second-
gets
I made a
gets
second version
laggier.
of it with hangers.
Oh, God.
It's called the Knight's Blade. I never
Is it
finished
smaller? Or is it just as big?
Oh, it's just as big. I literally copied and pasted it and then went across the ship, making holes for hangers.
What you should do is make a more CPU efficient version that still has hangers. That'd be pretty cool.
So the fighters for them were actually sword-shaped, though I did lose that.
Oh my god, that's amazing. Now, don't ask me, but Cantera is a processed Arctic vine root, but it's counted as a metal. I still have to ask about that because I'm still confused. It's chewable, became a more suitable but still addictive to an extent alternative to tobacco. Highly controlled substance. Demirium, which is a reinforced and refined copper alloy, processed the same way as steel, but copper is used instead of iron. Used as a frame option for building spaceships. Adaphasium, radioactive if incorrectly processed, a required metal for the ignition of starship engines. Plasmatic uranium, gotta love it. A form of uranium that has been heated to the point where the chemical properties are changed and cause it to not be radioactive. Ugh. I burped and it hurt. I was trying not to make it sound like I was in pain, but it hurt too much. What I've always wanted to do, you know that ship from Wall-E?
The Axiom?
I've wanted to recreate that so bad, dude. That would be so intensive on my computer, though. I would not be able to move. If you ever want to, if you can get Space Engineers on Xbox, I would definitely play with you.
I'm curious if blueprints will be portable, because if they are, I will put them on Xbox.
You could probably do something with a USB or something. I don't know how it would work, but could always try. Plasmatic nitro, highly explosive if exposed to oxygen, contained in special airtight containers, not expose it to the atmosphere, used for fuel of spaceships. Ionized adaphasium, used in creating thickened armor for ships with demirium. Less radioactive than a dental x-ray, but more than a banana. I originally just have less radioactive than a dental x-ray to get the point across that it's not very radioactive. And a dental x-ray is not that radioactive as it is. Just trying to get a point across. And then steel, which you probably know what the process is for that, so I probably don't need to explain it. Oh, that's cool. Is that new? The thing when you open a door to space? When the air comes out?
Only if there's air in said space.
I know, because I that's what I meant. I was just confused because I've never seen that before. Imagine setting up a weapon on your ship and you realized it's pointing backwards towards the pilot, like the captain's seat and all that.
I've done it.
You imagine? You have? Oh
Yeah.
God. I feel kind of bad for you. How much pain and suffering did you go through? I'm gonna guess a lot.
Oh, over the years of space engineers, I've gone through a bit.
You know, what I didn't realize is that my voice sounds a lot different over a mic than in person. And that's one thing I don't like. Also, what is that thing that you just placed down? What does that do?
What thing?
The long thing that you accidentally placed at the top of the ship that you now just placed on one of the wings.
I am playing with mods, so it might.
Oh God. Very orange.
Those are called emotes.
Boy. Is that a mod or is that just...
It is a mod, yes.
sounds really fun. It'd be
Trying to.
really cool for the battering ram to have a bunch of rooms, but they're really just fake rooms, and they're filled with more material to make sure the battering ram is more effective than anything else.
I really wasn't ever expecting to update this design, but I think I'm glad that I did because it really did turn out better. I just gotta do the final tests to make sure that this is functional.
Sorry. Oh, geez, you want to have 41 subscribers? So much more than me.
Well, it's faster than the original. Let's see how fast it turns.
Big Muffin Gamer. I'm guessing that's the one person who came on and helped you at some point.
Yeah, he's the leader of the Big Muffin Empire. So I think that's that for this.
I'm also really tempted to save up enough money to get the new Resident Evil at some point. Sounds very like there's very fun things happening in the background.
Yeah, that's why I have to end the stream soon because that won't stop.
Oh.
And oops. Publish the blueprint and then I'll end the stream. Had fun. Gained a new subscriber. Had some views. Now let's add a story
I
to the battery.
noticed you were streaming, so I was like, I guess I'll watch on my phone.
Okay.
Just gotta make sure I hit the okay. The bell is hit. Has been wrong. I'm just waiting for him to stream his homework. Blazen's gotta stream his homework, man. Very nice design, though. I will say that.
I'll give you a short comparison between the original and it.
I don't know if the stream is just lagging or it's my computer being stupid, but your thing's just kind of sitting there unless you're typing something.
I'm typing something in this Steam overlay for the mod, or for the ship rather.
Oh, okay. Hey, you want to hear my course selection for 12th grade?
Sure.
Not.
Okay.
Every dream amazing. Oh, jeez. I can just imagine that someone time to make a ship that's so long that it connects one planet to another.
Well, someone did that with the moon, but it actually took two separate pieces because of how long it actually was. The game wouldn't handle the one big piece.
Ooh. Yeah, that's much different. What about the other side? Is it the same for both?
So
Or
the back side is pretty much going to look the same. It's just that thrusters have been removed.
yeah. I could just imagine the new one. I could imagine that doing a death spiral towards somebody. Just like spinning around.
It used to do a death spiral by the original.
Really?
Yeah, because we were originally gonna make a series out of the Pinkfair cinematic universe.
You should do it, my guy. Be great. I'd watch it.
I'm thinking of it, seeing as I really have the time.
Especially now.
Yeah, yeah.
Knows.
So I don't know. Maybe when I actually do the cinematic universe, it'll use the newer versions. Not quite sure.
I definitely want to join your little empire.
Oh,
Now, don't get me wrong. The muffin one sounds enticing, but I think yours is.
mine is designed to be in like the first Galactic War, or what it was originally known as the Muffin War.
Oh boy.
My faction is in the early space age, just getting into space.
Oh.
And so the Muffin Empire decides to set up shop on my planet and try to invade us. Little did they know, my planet was just conquered by my empire totally. And we had been prepared for a war for a long time.
If you are talking, it just kind of cut off.
Right.
So I didn't hear what you said.
So, in the initial war, Big Muffins, they come to my planet, set up shop. I'm sure you got that part. What they didn't know was that I had just conquered my entire planet and was already prepared for war. All I had to do was convert my warships from airships to spaceships.
Ooh. So is this like creative? Is it only creative or
So there is
have
a
you also
survival mode.
I was just wondering if this is just all creative.
Personally, I like playing on creative because then that way I can just do what I want. But so there is a survival mode, and it's um, resources are fairly difficult to come by unless you
I
actually
think
start in space.
I think I actually a little bit of Boy, is that a pirate beacon in the distance coming towards you?
Ah, don't worry, they don't ever end up actually coming toward me.
I remember when I had first spawned in, I saw one, and then like after like a couple hours or so, it actually did come, and I was like,
Yeah. Anywho, that's it for today's stream. So thank you all so much for watching, and until next time, enjoy the Pink Fair.